Hi. Today we're going to look at surface area of rectangular prisms. So if you look at a rectangular prism, you can see that it is a three-dimensional figure. And it has three dimensions. It has a length, a width, and a height. Sometimes you might call this the base and the width. But for this purpose we'll use length and the width because our height's here now. So you can also see that we have taken our rectangular prism and unfolded it over here to make a net. And you can see that once we do that we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different rectangles that make up that shape. And what we want to do is we want to calculate the surface area of this shape by finding the area of all 6 of the shapes and then adding them together. And we're going to do that on the next slide. Now we're going to calculate the surface area of this shape. And we should notice that the dimensions we're going to use are the length, the height, and the width. And usually the formula for the area of a rectangle is base times height. Here, the area of this one is going to be the length multiplied by the height. And if you skip one, this one is going to be the exact same. Length times height. The next one, which is right here, is going to be area equals the height times the width. And it's going to be the exact same over here. Area equals height times width. And the one in the middle is going to be area is equal to the length times the width, and down here length times the width as well. So to put that into a formula we can make it a little bit easier, and we can say, well, there's 2 rectangles that have length times height as the formula, 2 rectangles that have height times the width as the formula, and 2 that have length times width as our formula. So what that's going to look like is this. It's going to be area equals 2 length times height plus 2 times the height times the width plus 2 times the length times the width. So this formula here will actually allow us to calculate the surface area of any rectangular prism. So we can use this formula for surface area of a rectangular prism to calculate the area that all of those 6 rectangles will cover by using 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. So the first thing we're going to do is substitute the length, the width, and the height into our equation over here. So I substituted my values in here. So 2 times length times width is going to give me 2 times 8 times 8. 2 times length times height is 2 times 8 times 5. And then 2 times the width times the height is 2 times 8 times 5 once again. So if I do my multiplication there, 2 times 8 times 8, 8 times 8 is 64 times 2 is going to give me 128 plus 2 times 8 times 5, which is 80, and then 2 times 8 times 5 again, which is another 80. Remember, I have to do my multiplication first, following the rules for Bedmas. And 128 plus 80 plus 80 is 128 plus 160, which gives me 288 square centimeters. And there are a variety of other ways you could solve it. I could have multiplied the one side, multiplied it by 4, because essentially all 4 shapes were the same, and then did the 2 side pieces as well. But here's another kind of easy way to figure out surface area for any rectangular prism. Hope this helps you as you continue to work on these types of problems, and have a nice day.